everybody. Let's get ready to do some Starfinder. Everybody say hi.
Hi, and I'm also saying hi for Roberta because she's upstairs right now.
All right, test 2 successful. Last time we played was a couple weeks ago because we had to miss one or two because of the holidays and family stuff. Close it down. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. Interesting. I do not hear anything. That's not good.
On Soundscape?
Yes.
I heard it.
Perfect. There it goes. Wow, that was a long delay. Okay, cool. All right, so um, Mantha, if I could have you go, oh, let's try this one more time and see if it'll work in the stream. Yay, awesome. So we have sound and we are ready to go. Let me close everything out on my phone. All right, so Mantha, if you would
Woo.
please read the message of the day to get us
Dang it,
rolling
the
here.
message of the day that I just closed. I got you. Finishing off the last of the cult of the Devourer, the crew of the Mariko Nash return the control panel to the command center, and Osteth opens the gate of the 12. As the stellar generator approaches the rift, the corpse fleet appears with an armada, and the ancient defenses awaken on the moons around the 12 suns, and a huge space battle ensues. The party takes off and heads toward the Empire of Bones, attempting to enter through one of the landing bays. The time is 6:38 a.m. The date is 50, the 15th of Serenith.
Where
Ta-da!
is everybody else?
I don't know. I'm the only one on the table.
Oh, I'm on the table. I just haven't clicked my character.
Ah, well, I can't see if you're on the table if you haven't done that, so.
Correct.
Wow.
There we go. Look at that.
All right, so you had, so let's see not only what we can remember, but sort of a little bit of a reminder and recap for other people. Uh, let's start with Roberta, the Empire of Bones, which is the
The big giant ship.
big giant ship. Um, what is your goal for going onto and trying to take over the Empire
The
of Bones?
goal. Oh, the goal for taking over the Empire of Bones is to crash the ship into the stellar generator, the stellar degenerator.
I struggle with saying those words in sequence so much.
I get them backwards all the time. But that is the goal for getting on there.
Correct. And so now that you are uh, flying out and toward this ship, what is in your way, Mantha?
um, I don't remember all that much, but I do see a small enemy ship on the map, so I'm gonna say like a small enemy ship is in our way, in between us and the Empire of Bones.
All right, so if you zoom out, you'll actually see there are 3 enemy ships.
Ah, shit. Well, enemy ships plural then.
At this point, with all
I
the
don't have that
chaos
map.
It's on the
and
it's the last link on the message of the day.
and the confusion that's going on in this huge mega space battle,
I already closed the message of the day.
Do you know how to reopen it? Oh, never
Thank,
mind. He sent it
thank you, Mr.
out.
GM.
The
you have not been
all-knowing
spotted,
and kind
or
GM.
at least they have not been reacting to you at this point. They're just at the edge of your scanning range as you're trying to frantically block out, and just use the information that's pertinent. Like I said, there's a lot of debris, there's a lot of random stuff coming from the moons, from the corpse fleet itself. There are, it's not necessarily like a Star Wars battle in that, with all these ships and things and fighters and everything, simply because it's so spread out. You're you're dealing with 12 different suns, 12 different moons, and hundreds of ships, but they're spread out. So um, it's not quite as chaotic, but it's still uh, something that, as you're approaching the Empire Bones, don't forget your goal is to do one of two things. Either land your ship, the Mariko Nash, on the outside of the hull close to the opening, and then spacewalk into the hangar, or try to maneuver the ship into the hangar itself, whichever one you feel is safer as you get close enough to the ship to worry about it. Any last questions before we get going?
Uh, I'm pretty sure you said it already, but I'm asking again to make sure that I know the answer. These guys they don't seem to uh have seen us yet. They aren't like responding, like turning towards us or anything.
Correct. At this point, it does not look like they have seen you all yet.
Cool.
All right, I
With
need.
everything that's going on, we'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, so this one is the one that's gone. All right. All right. So 16. There we go. Boof. Boof. Let's go ahead and assign yourself and open up your character sheets. I'm going to, where is player characters? All right. So I'm just going to open up 5 so I can show the stream what I'm talking about. But if you go to your character sheets, where it says ships, it's the last tab.
Mm.
You'll see assigned starships. Everybody should have the Mariko Nash there, and he does not. So never mind. Um, do you guys have Mariko Nash?
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
do. I don't
open.
know if Surreal does.
I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do.
All right. So look on that page. There's next to Mariko Nash, there's a role.
I'm still in my same role that I have been.
So go ahead and click the down arrow and pick one of the roles that you want to be. I'm going to go ahead and release characters. I will release Nosy until he gets here. Vectors. No C. All right, ships. So right now she's listed as the science officer. I'm going to switch her to the magic officer. So what are your other roles that you have right now? What roles did you pick?
I have pilot.
Okay. And Dendron, what role do you have?
I have gunner, but if we don't have anybody else, I think that maybe something else might be more fitting.
So
But for right now,
are you
they are
higher
in
in
gunner.
engineering or computers?
Uh, yes, I'm the same in both. I have a plus 17 for both.
All right. Um, so go ahead and go to science officer
Okay.
and give me a scan. So once you have it pulled up, you click on the black actions
Yeah.
button and you'll see there's a scan there, and just click the little blue circle that says check.
Oh, I might have clicked it twice. Nope, only once. Okay.
All right, so there's a 34 as your I'm going to have Serena also what is this? 12th level. You can't do that yet. All right, well, she tried to encourage people, but was failed at it. Um, all right, so you only see these three at this point. There's a fourth one way behind you, um, but it's not between you and the ship.
If we do fight, they'll probably see what's going on and come over.
All right, so the tokens are unlocked. Roberta, are you able to move your ship, the ship
Ooh,
token?
let me zoom in to see which one is my ship,
The
because they
far
all look
bottom
the
right.
same. Far bottom right, you said?
Yeah.
Can I move my ship? Yes, I can move my ship.
Oh wait, that's 5 will spite. Hold up.
Okay.
Which one? I'm like, I know that's the one that's green. Oh wait, what? Because it's not on the map. Hold up.
There you go.
I can move. I can move it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, so we already talked about the ships of the lane, these huge ships that can go through the drift. There are ships that are bigger, but not any ships that can go into the drift. There are like three of them that you know of. And we talked about a couple of them from the Vesk, this one from the Bone Fleet, and there's another one from the Aslanti. Um, you had already done your gathered your information for regarding the ship. It itself has insane amount of weaponry. Most of it's uh, so most ships have a hardness or shielding, or depending on armor, depending on how it's built, that you have to get through. My camera's being weird. Um, and so a ship like yours probably wouldn't even be able to damage it because you just don't have strong enough weapons. Uh, Welcome, Atomic. Happy
Hi,
Sunday
Atomic.
adventures. Um, so trying to take it head on would be tantamount to suicide because even if it didn't have fighters and other ships around it, if it ever if it ever turned any of its weapons on you, it would only take 2 or 3 shots before you would be
Dead.
destroyed. So let's. But on the flip side of that is you are pretty much going to be ignored unless you do something silly, uh, because it is not trying to find ships of your size to worry about. They are firing on the moons. They're firing on some of the other.
Yeah, the defense systems that were built into the moons. That's what they're worried about right now.
All right.
Ha 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 ha.
All right. So let's go ahead and start into Starship Combat. So we've finished the role setup, and we now go into the engineering phase. We don't have an engineer right now, so we're not going to worry about that. Let me check what my dudes are doing. Okay, and then so now we're the helm phase. Go ahead and give me a piloting check, Mr. Pilot.
Hi, Reno.
Piloting.
Hey,
Check or initiative? Where? Oh, just regular like piloting check in my
are we still
skills.
in? Let's just
No,
be
on your
here.
ship's tab, click on the actions button, the black actions button,
Right, I have my actions
and
pulled up.
there's an initiative there.
There
Yeah, I just started. This is started. Why is my keyboard
we go.
not supposed to do this again?
Initiative. Ooh, nice. They changed the. They made some changes to the DM side of things.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a really nice way. I now have access to all the different crew actions right here on the in the ship combat tracker. So it's much nicer. I don't have to fake stuff. I can just. All right, so one under there. Pilot. Oh, we're waiting for. Wow, he connects. Boom. There we
Yeah,
go. All
sorry about
right,
that.
and so the. There we go. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and remove Fievel's Bite.
Whatever, don't care.
Scroll all the way down. There it is. Nope, that's Mariko Nash.
Rico Nash, our ship. Yeah.
All right, so it's not showing you their initiative. Um, I'm going to test something. Let me see if I change yours
Why?
to 1.
What's happening?
Okay, so it doesn't show you their initiative or your turn order in relation to them. But I will tell you, you guys do get to go last, which is what you want.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Hallelujah.
you get to see how they react and what they do first. All right, so what I get to do here is I get to go to here, and I'm going to go to Science Officer, and
So my thing is
it's
still spinning. I'm waiting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Are you
okay.
sitting?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sitting.
So you're sitting and spinning. Okay, cool.
Okay, sit and spin. Yes, indeed. Loon. Is the fantasy background, the fantasy grounds background, the new map thing? Is that something they're doing? Is that something you're doing?
Like the one
It's,
on the main page?
With the
yeah,
Starship,
the main one.
no, that's something they do.
Okay,
Yeah.
where's my thing? Where are we? I won't know until what we're playing until I see my character. I see nothing. Try this again. Close it out. Close it out. Okay.
And
Okay,
go ahead
so
and,
we're doing the.
uh,
Ah, that's what I'm doing. Huh? So I'm gonna need to undo Nosy and take her back.
that's around. No, just close your character selection and open it back up, and it'll be ready now.
Yeah. Okay, I did.
All right,
There we go.
so sadly, with 35s, two of them do notice you.
Damn it.
I
One
didn't.
does
Did
not.
you do one for Nosy and one for Serena though? Yeah, what they do? Because I'm almost. I can.
Here's my map.
Where's Serena? Oh, that's the wrong map. There's Serena, my babe.
All
Is
right, I need
is
to turn on the facing, the arrow. Oh no, it is
Probably
on.
the
Okay, it's just really
are
small.
we out in space?
You are in
Yes.
This is
Yep.
the
space.
map. Ah, okay, that explains why I'm seeing this sun.
So he's going to
Okay,
go
I think I'm becoming ready
straight.
for the week.
I have a small
He's going
problem.
to go straight. One, two, three, four, five.
Okay.
About
What's
6:11.
I don't see
Maybe
grid
6
lines.
1.
I don't either.
Thank
There
you.
they are. It's the great hexagons.
All right, I kept them off because for the appeal and the visuals for until we needed them. So, all right, so one of them. Let's see. Give me. So the science officer is
Dendron right now.
all right. So give me a. Let's see. Dendron. There you go. I pushed you.
I'm
Oh,
ready to roll now.
did it not roll? Did you get a?
There
There
we
it
go.
is. Yeah.
Just got it.
I think I'm
Oh,
ready to roll now.
yeah. Well,
Clearly,
All right. So
maybe. Why is it not
and okay. So you hear a. Uh, who is the? So you're the science officer. Who's the? Do we have an engineer right now? We do not have an engineer.
no.
So I'll say it'll go with. I'll say Nosi as you're there. Let me
okay?
push you a roll as well.
It says I'm science officer. If that makes any difference.
You were magic officer a couple minutes
Right.
ago. If you
Oh,
want
okay.
it, at when we go to when we pick what facets you want to be in, then you can change with Dendron and figure out where you want to be. You
Yeah.
can
Well,
have
I'm
more
gonna
than
need
one science
training this
officer.
one.
That's fine if you want. Uh, you just can't both do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. Dendron is okay with moving, but they were really only there because we had 2 people. So, having a gunner round 1 probably, wasn't the most, efficient use of
No.
Okay. Well, also
half of
she's
the people.
yeah. Serena's put down as captain. She can certainly go to gunner or whatever needs to happen.
All right, so Mariko Nash. So if you zoom into the Mariko Nash, hold the shift
Yeah.
button and you turn your mouse wheel, you will change the yellow arrow. Right now
Okay.
you're facing at 1
1
o'clock.
o'clock.
You
I
want
have
to
no
be
idea where they
going
are.
either 9 or 11 because that's where the other ship is. Your goal, do you see your goal up in the top left corner?
If I zoom out really far, then I can't barely tell where the hexes are, but I will zoom back and forth. I'm good. You
Well,
said
I'm
press
saying
and
if as
hold
long
it?
as you know where you're eventually trying to go, that's
Yeah.
where you need to go. So it's almost almost opposite direction of where you're going. So change your facing now to where you want to go.
Are we
And
down in the lower
Um,
right corner?
Yes.
Yes. Way down there. Okay. Way down there. There we
okay,
are. Okay.
so remember you have to move forward one square hex first.
am I in the right place? You said 9 o'clock or what?
11. 9 or 11.
I like
You're
this one.
trying to go to the top left.
Okay, there we go.
Right now you're in the bottom
What
right.
way? What way were we pointed before?
1.
We were
Okay.
pointed like right,
All right, so let
not
me
left.
see if I do
But
this.
that means we have
Okay,
to go
good, it
one step
does.
to the right,
Perfect.
correct?
No.
Okay, so
He was just
Ah.
saying that was how the facing was, and that we should
Oh, I
change
see.
it to
Okay.
represent that we were going that direction.
Okay.
all right, so go ahead and move. Your speed is something. Let's see. So you hear Nosi,
Yes.
you see some code and you notice that your ship is being scanned and you
Just
think
being scanned, people.
that the ship directly to your north has is starting to move to intercept you.
Okay. How many ships are there? There's two. Other than
There's
this.
there's 4 in your scanning range, 3 between you and the ship you're going to.
Okay.
So your speed is 10 if you're using
Okay.
going full
Okay.
speed.
Where are you getting that from?
From the ship?
Oh, 10, oh, 10 squares. It's 10 squares.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Right. Go ahead. I don't mean to keep interrupting, but I keep interrupting.
And then go.
Okay. So I announce, hey, we're being scanned possibly by this ship up there. Straight up, whatever.
And then I want to turn
They
to
might
the
be trying
left
to
and
intercept
go
us.
3
So
more,
you're getting closer to the ship that was scanning you if you go that direction.
which is why I just said I want to turn 1 to the left and go 3 more.
Okay.
So in these battles, it's really important who goes first and who goes second then,
Yes.
because of the proximity that you can move so far.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you um all right. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 16 hexes away. They don't have anything that can fire at you from that range. Since you got so much closer, they are definitely have turned and are starting to head your way, as is the
No. Oh no.
so let's go ahead and go to the gunner phase. We don't need to worry about. They're too far. You have nothing that can go that range either. All right, so roll setup. Do you guys want to shift gears? You know, at least one of them is starting to turning to engage.
So that would
Uh,
we mean that means we need to have a gunner, correct?
yeah. Well, I think that that's our chance of stealth going out the window, and Ginger will go ahead and change to Gunner because they should be good at it. Maybe
How would you
All
know
right.
that? That's
because
All
they
right.
have a
So,
high attack, base attack.
all right.
On
Zarael,
the main
Nosy, and
on the main
Serena.
page.
If you're not
Yes.
doing anything fancy, you don't need a pilot. You can
Okay.
have the ship will pretty much fly itself where you want it to go. We can use Nosy's, Zarael's piloting for the initiative.
Okay.
So if Zarael, you wanted to do something else, you can. Unless you wanted to do, if you look at the fancy actions of a pilot, unless you wanted to do one of those things, there's no need for a pilot, really.
Okay.
So just I know you said this probably 5 times, but how are you relating the qualities of the person to the qualities of the ship?
So, so if you go
The
to
skills.
your, if you open up your character sheet, there's a
Yep.
tab that says ship on the very
Yep.
bottom.
In there.
And then across the top, it has the role. You click the down arrow to pick what role you want to be in. So, for example, if
Yeah.
Nosy picks the
Science officer. Whatever.
science
Yeah.
officer, you
I got all that. I'm
then
asking
click
where
the
the
black button next to it. It
right
automatically adds the ship's bonuses and your ranks in the respective skill to give
the
you
skill.
the totals there.
Okay. The skill. Okay. All the skills are going all the way down the middle. Right. But I'm saying like, how would I know that I'm the best at that versus somebody else?
Because based on the skill that it pulls from. So for if a pilot you want piloting. If you're a science officer, you want computers. If you're an engineer, you want engineering. Captain, you want charisma.
Oh, so I go back to my skills page, my actual skills page, and see what I'm looking. What's the best stuff? What
Yes.
the highest rankings are. So mine's computers is very high, culture is high, life science is high. They're all high.
So
Medicine's high.
Dendron has the highest engineering,
Engineering.
is the
Okay.
Okay.
same with Nosi in computers. Although
Okay.
Serena is only one less than them on computers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Zarael is way above anybody else in piloting,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
um,
Deception.
mysticism for the magic officer.
Magic officer.
Nosi is
Yeah.
dominating in that.
That's yeah. I should
With a
hope so.
plus 25.
And then
That's
there's
a
the
lot.
chief mate, and the chief mate uses athletics and or acrobatics. And again,
Chief
that would be
mate.
Serena
Yeah.
for both of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, or it's first mate, I forget what it's called, but
Something.
Are you special, Mentha, and that you're look can look at my other stuff, or is that something you
Uh,
can do?
if you look at the top right of your page, you click on the party sheet button there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then so it takes you to main, and go ahead and click on the tab underneath that skills, and you can see like a side by
Oh,
side
skills.
of everybody else's
Oh,
stuff.
okay. That's cool. All right. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Hmm. And if you are also on that page and go down to the ships tab, you can see what role everybody else has chosen on the
Ships.
Rico Nash.
Right.
So I will remain at pilot for the piloting check, and then I will move to gunner.
okay.
Okay.
Um, and like I said, if no one has read them, you may want to look at the. Let me pull open the character sheet so I can see. Noah speak intelligently is a chief mate. Yeah, so the chief mate can do some cool stuff, as can the engineer. Do things like boost, so boost your speed, give you a bonus to your armor class, Pilot can do that as well. I did forget about that. There is one thing a
Engineering.
pilot can do. It's called maneuver, I believe. No, evade. The evade stunt will give you +2 to your armor class.
Cool.
And full power, if you use a resolve point, you can move your starship up to 1.5 times its normal speed
Cool.
as a pilot. So those are a couple of things you can do. But like I said, if you're just driving normally, then um, you wouldn't need to do that. All right, so what is Serena going to be as a captain? You can encourage other people to help them in their role.
So I'm sticking with Captain for the first initial thing here, correct? Is that correct?
Is that what you want to do?
No, I just thought we said we didn't need a captain. We needed to have some people on other things like engineering or
So
whatever
for
the state
Serena, Serena's would be best at captain or chief mate.
chief mate. That was it. So Serena, chief mate.
All right, so we got the role set up.
Yep.
Right
So you
now,
said
we
chief
don't have
next.
an engineer. So give me just a moment.
Well, the engineering should be Dendron, but we need somebody on gunner, right? So
I'm going to be a gunner.
Okay.
I just have
okay,
to stay. I'm staying in the pilot role till we make the piloting check,
All right, so
and then
right.
I move over to gunner.
And we should
Oh,
have at least 2 gunners though, right? Because we have
okay,
forward and
I
aft, or
didn't
I
catch
forget
that bit.
how that works.
So
and
do
this
we
is
want
11.
Dendron on engineering?
I think initially, right?
Okay, well, they are
We
a
haven't had
gunner at
enough.
the moment, so
Yeah, Dendron is
Yeah,
definitely a better gunner than Zarel would be. Not that Zarel is terrible, but as a soldier, he is slightly
yeah.
higher than her.
And you're going off the
But you can have
off
2 gunners.
2 gunners.
You can have as
Now,
many gunners as you have
would,
weapons. So
wouldn't we want those because we have at least forward and aft and port and starboard?
I
Just
don't know what you're asking.
It's kind of
our
hard
ship.
to judge because I'm not sure if anybody's going to get close enough to even be fired upon and or fire upon us.
Yeah.
So this is just a hey, we're taking
Preliminary.
preliminary measures just in case that
Okay,
happens.
so we don't even know.
If they do fire at us, we can fire right back.
Right.
all right, so in the engineering phase, the chief mate gets to go. If you look at your 3 actions, um, you don't need, or at your actions rather, you don't need hard turn. You don't need
Yeah.
maintenance.
Okay.
You
Manual realignment,
you don't need
targeting
manual
aid,
realignment,
targeting aid, maximum speed might be good,
but you can do targeting aid
and maximum speed.
or maximum speed. It will cost you a resolve point,
Me personally.
but you can try either one of those.
Okay. So if the result point comes from me, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will do that for maximum speed. I'm assuming from what Zariel said that we're looking to
All
move
right.
quickly
So your
somewhere.
acrobatics is slightly higher than your athletics. So
Okay.
go ahead and click the check button.
Check. 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 Check out the ability. Oh,
Oof.
that sucked.
All right. So with a
Is there
4, that
it's a
sadly was not
29.
enough.
29.
29 with a DC 41. Holy heck. That's a lot.
What does that mean? Oh, versus I had to get a 41 or above.
You had to get a 41 or higher. You were
Oh,
way
wow.
off.
Yeah, I should say so.
All
Okay.
right. And
So
so
and I use the saw point, which just comes from my main page.
I did that to see
Okay.
how you do that. So if you look in the chat, it says Serena is using a resolve point.
Yeah.
And now that I know how to do it, I'll show you next time we get there.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
so that is the engineering phase. So now let's go to the helm phase. Go ahead and do the initiative.
Oh,
Click.
I take it in this case we don't want a low number, or we do want a low number.
We want a low
we
number.
want.
Oh,
Oh, do
No,
good.
we?
no, you want high.
Oh,
I thought
we
we
High.
want a
wanted
high.
a high number because high
Can we
number goes
re-roll?
last, right?
We were
Yes.
confused. Can we re-roll?
Yeah, we didn't know what we wanted. Well, hey,
Still beat them.
Come on.
we won't be first.
Yay.
All right.
Okay.
Still beat them. All right, so 6 goes first. I mean last. The other
Kind of
2
funny that we
go.
rolled a 2 and still aren't first.
That means they rolled a 1, right?
Oh no, we have a higher
Oh, we
bonus.
have the bonus. Okay. What's that?
All right, so you see 11 is. Oh, sorry, I forgot to zoom out a little bit. So you see 11 is moving towards you.
We do. See that? It's bigger.
He goes last.
Oh,
And so this guy needs to go alt 1, turn 2, 7, turn 8. Okay. All right. So it is now your turn.
Okay. And did we roll for going time and a half?
Yes, he does not make that roll.
Okay.
He rolled a 2.
He didn't make
No,
that roll, so it's still
he
10
rolled a
spaces.
4.
Okay. I was just confirming it's 10 spaces still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
One,
again, you have piloting things. Did you want to do one of your piloting tricks?
not
While
right
you were
now.
still a pilot.
Because you can do the burst of speed thing to give yourself
Yes.
more.
I want to do the burst of speed thing.
Okay. So look at piloting, and it should be. It's like, do you see it?
Where is it supposed to be? Flip, flyby, glide. Full power?
Full power.
Okay.
You have to spend a resolve point, but
Okay, me
that
too.
will also allow you to go 1.5 times your speed.
Okay, so how do I use this? There's no like button to push or anything like that. Just tell you I'm using it.
Yeah, there is no test for this.
Hmm.
It just your turn is now +2, so you have to go 3 spaces before you can turn.
Okay, that's cool. That's
So
awesome.
you now have 15 speed, and you have to go 3 spaces before you turn, 3
Okay,
turn, that type of thing.
1, 2, 3, 4. I will be turning right and then going 11.
Now,
1,
you may want to zoom out and see there's 2 ships. So if you turn right, you will be going closer to the second one, especially.
Okay, but you said I have to get up to the upper left of the map. Wait a minute. Is it this little blue thing up here on the upper left?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then hang on.
Or you can land anywhere on the black part to
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
spacewalk.
Spacewalk.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Basic. When you get there, I'll go into more details. But yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, making a straight beeline this way.
Okay.
And then can I turn at the end of my move?
Yes.
Okay. But you have to make that move final before I can turn. Thank you.
Zip, zip, zip.
Alrighty.
Good news is the science um,
Whoa, am I in the right way?
thing has
Yeah.
already gone. Yep. That's correct. You're now headed straight for the,
Okay.
well,
That
one
yellow
or two
arrow blends
hexes
in with
over.
the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
And so, yeah, for those of you on the stream, there you go. That's what they're talking about right there. You can see these a little bit better. All right, so the bad guy on the bottom goes last. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so you are still 2, 4, 18-ish away. That's 15 from him. They have not fired at you yet. One was definitely going toward you, but is much slower, especially because you guys went 15. So that's actually going to help you a lot. Going
Ew.
that 15, and help that the 6 didn't notice you yet. All right, so Gunner, are you gonna? The way the ship's things work is every step out is a -2, I believe. Might be -4. Um, so basically, if you were to shoot at either at the one that's 15 away to the top right at 11 o'clock, it will be at a -6.
Okay.
Did you want to try, or are you just going to let it go right now? Like I said, right now they haven't fired at you. They haven't done anything.
Yeah, they haven't fired at us yet. Can I do a minor action?
Of
Visual identification of trying to figure out more about these ships.
so that's what your science officer does on his scan. And let me pull her up. No, see, since he dropped out, where is? All right, hold on a second. Gotta. Normally I can just pull them right from the Comet Tracker and stuff, but if they're not in the Comet Tracker, no, see, here we go. Ships, science officer. So the answer to your question is still yes. Go ahead and click the button. There should be a button there.
Yeah. And I think my computers and engineering are the same, so it doesn't.
It will all, yeah, it knows everything. Okay, and
It knows all.
so her scan is here. So the science officer goes either during, they can go either during the helm phase or during the piloting phase. Typically, they go during the piloting phase, and it's up to them and the pilot who goes first. Normally, you want the science officer to go first to tell the pilot where, where the shields are weak or what way they're facing, those things like that. The information that the science officer provides usually guides the pilot. Um, so, like I said, right now this is a little different situation because you're just trying to get to your goal, not necessarily engage in ship combat. All right, so your 33 succeeds a lot better than his 23. Um, you both actually had the same
The same bonus.
bonus. There we go. So let's see.
Question. Why was my DC 26 and her DC was 21?
Uh, Probably, I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know
Okay.
which the maybe who was targeted or something. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Um,
No worries. I was
oh,
just curious.
because I do know because yours was a minor action.
Ah,
Hers was not.
okay.
Um, so the way a minor action works is anybody can do a minor action, and we're actually doing it wrong because the way the rules work is minor actions are things like fly the ship, shoot, or like you just did, visual identification. Um, and that means that no one else is doing that. So if
Wow.
we had no pilot, they could glide. If we had no gunner, someone else could take a snapshot. So the rules as written for those of you at home yelling at your screen is yes, you can. Um, so the visual identification, you normally wouldn't be able to do it because you have a science officer who is doing that as well.
Ah,
In this
yes.
particular case, I'm allowing it. Um, so of those three, which do you want to know? It says you learn.
Probably all basic information.
Okay. So these crypt wardens are large destroyers. They are they have six a crew of 15, and go. They are very slow. Um, their speed is 6, and they have slow. They have to move 2 spaces before they can turn. They do. They can go through the drift. And it looks like they do have weapons on all 4 sides. I mean, no, they have weapons. They do not have any weapons to the aft, but they do have a turret. All right, and with her 23, she would basically know the same things. Okay. All right, so
Putting that in chat just because I took notes.
anybody changing their roles? So
Mm-mm.
Oh, you weren't going to Gunner?
14, 15.
Nope.
Oh,
I think we can
so
make it.
yeah, if you want to shoot, you
Yeah.
can. You said you, when I asked if you wanted to shoot, you said you wanted to do your minor action, so I didn't know you wanted to do both. Did you want to shoot?
No. I
Okay.
thought I was doing that instead of it.
No, like I said a minor action is in addition to.
Okay.
All right, they are
Um,
not shooting at you guys yet, or at this point.
Which I think is a good thing. I think we
yeah.
should not provoke them to fire upon us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is anybody changing roles?
I think Dendron would change to engineer then. See if we can boost the ship, give extra speed or whatever. So yes, they are changing to engineer.
All right, so I am getting the Sven cloak ready.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Atomic wanted red.
nice.
Find my timer. Here it is.
Is there anything new on here? Ooh, name someone.
I don't
All
know.
right,
You might be able to use the name someone on one of these ships.
all right. Engineering. Go ahead and take a look at your actions and let me know what you're going to do. Overpower is one. Allows you to boost your speed.
Uh, there's both divert and overpower. Let me see what the difference is. Functions. Okay, so overpower is the same as divert, except you can do extra diverting. Um, you know what? Sure, let's try overpowering. Uh, actually, no, because I really only want to do the engines. I really only
Okay.
want to do the engines, so let's just do divert. Uh, do I need to change anything before doing that? I don't think so.
No, just click the button.
Might not fancy
Okay.
rounds.
And that increases our starship speed by 2 this round.
Okay.
So I am, as you guys can see, I'm rolling to do. One of them did. All right, number 10. Okay. All right, that was the engineering phase. Now we get to the helm phase. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
By the way, for those of you taking notes at home, your pilot also increases your armor class.
What is with these damn twos?
I don't know, man.
So far, you've beaten them both.
I see that.
Woo.
Like I said, these are big ships. And you're it's like yachts
Damn. Okay.
versus speedboats. Yeah, number 10 also boosts his speed. So, all right. So 6.
Pardon me, moi. I'm going to close out Fantasy Grounds and come back. This is not working.
And
Great.
11.
Anybody hear me?
10,
We
11.
heard you.
Yes, we heard you.
My apologies. Computer went complete pink noise. That was weird.
No worries. We figured something had happened.
All right. And so
Hello?
now it's your turn. You know the one to the far right has not gone yet.
Okay. That's all right. What have we got for movement right now? 12?
Should be 12.
Yes. Are you going to do your maneuver?
I am going to do that again. And you said it's a resolve point?
Yes. Oh, so
Okay.
you go to your main page and you just double click. So it says your max and then current. If you double click
Uh-huh.
the current, it'll spend one.
Oh,
Okay. Then let me do that a second time because I didn't do that the first time.
cool.
Awesome. All right. So now we've got 17,
Should be,
You would have
if it's
18.
1.5, it would be 18.
18. Okay. Oh, because it takes into consideration the two before we have. Okay. Cool. I will not argue with that. All
She's
righty.
like, go, 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 go.
1, 2, 3, 4,
All right. Yes.
5.
There's a spot for you.
Oop.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
He
him.
didn't sound good though.
He's so cute. Hello, fluffy
Ben's
boy.
just
Sorry.
holding your dog right now. That's why his mic sounds like that.
5. Okay. 6,
What are you on
7,
here?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is where I want to go.
All right. So as you're getting closer, it's now time to decide if you want to try to go into the hangar. There are defenses, and so you're going to have to either try to do some sort of uh, trickery to make it think the computers think you're one of there. You're also going to have to try to finagle your way into the tinier, smaller hole, or you can just land on the ship itself, which is pretty much a guarantee,
Didn't we
and then you
already
can
try?
walk.
Didn't we already change our sensors to try to send out a signal like the corpse fleet?
Yes, you did. You
Hmm.
have attempted to do that, and you, as far as you know, like I said,
I
you
think
do not have not been fired upon and stuff. So
I
think
think
about that.
we'd be better off just landing on the ship, honestly, and not having to mess with anything on the inside, like possible security protocols or whatever, or the option where, oh, we're not going to be able to get back out of the hangar
Hmm.
once we successfully steer the ship into the distiller generator
I
or
guess I am.
stellar
I guess
degenerator.
we are worried that if we leave ourselves on the outside here, the people that are following us just have free reign to attack the ship as much as they want.
Hmm. I'll bet you there's smaller ships inside. We can steal one of theirs.
Their ships don't have atmospheres. if we want to breathe, which I we think that we do, we might want to keep a hold of the ship.
What will our robotic friend can he fly the ship, just kind of move it around a little bit so that it looks like somebody else is still in it while we go inside the big ship?
Um, in theory, he could do that. You would also probably be fired upon with this many enemy ships and things around. They would probably be shot, and you not have a full crew to defend yourself and do other stuff.
Okay. Well, then I think leaving it there by itself would be fine. I mean, that's just my thinking. I don't.
What
Maybe.
I'm thinking, if we do want to do that, we might want to fight these guys that have seen us, because they for sure know that this ship is here. And so anybody else that hasn't seen us yet probably doesn't know to look for it. But the
And
ones that have seen us going straight at it, we
All right,
probably need to fight them first.
gunnery round phase. Is anybody going to try to shoot?
They're
I
like
still don't
too
think
far
there's
away.
anybody's close enough.
Okay. All right. So what could potentially be your last round? Is anybody going to switch roles?
Uh,
Do you guys need me to switch something?
if we don't have very far left to go. Dendron will switch back to Gunner then.
All right.
Try to cover our ass.
So what is Serena
Mm.
and Nosy?
I will move to
I have
gunner if we
chief
need a
mate
second gunner.
as Serena right now.
Yes,
Chief
Serena's chief
and
mate.
science officer
Zarel
and
is
Nosy's
pilot. Nosy science officer.
okay.
Sorel just said she was also changing to Gunner.
I will change to a gunner if we need a second gunner. Um, because
Okay.
I
Okay.
think
Chief mate and science officer. Those two should be able to get us through the next
So to
if
land
there's
on the
nothing coming up.
ship, you would definitely need to be a pilot.
Pilot.
I
Yeah.
would need
um
somebody to be a pilot to actually pilot and land and
we're not landing
attach
yet.
yourselves and everything else.
We're not landing yet.
That's true. But okay.
I think I'm agreeing with Dendron's plan of let's just get rid of these other smaller ships and then land so that we can
Okay.
safely ensure our exit.
Yes.
All right. Engineering. Chief mate, did you want to do anything?
My choices are we don't have any maximum speed. You guys are we still moving? Trying to get somewhere fast? Or we have targeting aid, which might be useful. I'm not sure if that's used in piloting or not, or as far as parking, I meant. Hard turn and maintenance panel. So I'm thinking maximum speed, 10
We
snail
are
maybe.
pretty close to where we need to be, so
Right. That's
probably
what I
not.
thought. So that's nothing. So that is nothing. Okay. Minor,
So we
minor
probably don't
things.
need extra speed because we are like within.
Yes, I got that from the
Yeah.
first sentence of that. So minor actions, anything there? Am I allowed to do minor action? It's a
Yes.
crap ton of
Minor
stuff.
actions are if whatever the action is not being normally done, you can do that in
Right.
addition to whatever you're doing.
Okay. Because we're not doing any of those up there. Prioritize calculations, glide, snapshot, visual identification. So,
Yes, you are doing several of those. Let me see.
okay. So I don't
Chief
need
mate is
range finding, ready weapon system, erratic
interesting.
maneuvering. That might help. And then quick rescan. If we're trying to land in quickly,
Targeting
then
aid would probably be your best bet.
targeting aid. Okay, then I'll do that one. Do we need to resolve on that one too, or no? Best one
Yes.
would be. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Oh,
Nice.
that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Wow.
So one gunner can fire at will or broadside action without the penalty.
Nice.
All right, helm phase. Go ahead and give me your initiatives.
You still want me to give the initiative for pilot, even though I switched to
Yes.
gunner?
Mhm.
Okay.
The
Hang
best
on.
piloting. Your minor action is probably going to be glide or something.
All right, so you guys are going last.
Woo.
As 6 is now out of the picture. She flies away. All right, so that is the end of Sven Cloak. Thank you for the Redemption
Woo.
Atomic. I'll deal with that in a minute. All right, this one is all right. So it's your turn. Go ahead and do. You can come to a complete stop, or you can do your glide action.
I am coming to a stop and I am turning in place.
Okay. So just point the yellow arrow where you want it to be.
Down the size.
Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Go this way. And one more. Okay.
So right now it is not in your forward arc. Did you want it in your
Okay.
forward arc?
I do want it in the forward arc. Let me go
So it
back
would need to
one
be
then.
straight. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. All right. So now that is the helm phase. Anybody else doing anything else on the helm phase? No,
I
C.
don't
What are
think
you
so.
doing as science officer?
Let's see. Balancing. Nope. Improves CM. That's going to phase. Was a little bit improved CM is computer management. I don't know what it is.
You don't have 12 ranks in computers, so you can't do that one.
It's what it said. Okay. This shouldn't be in the list then. I'm only kidding. All right, then I'm going to say nothing else because everything else is more, yeah, is all attacking stuff,
Yes, that's what they're doing. This is
aggressive.
now is about to be the gunner phase. So you can do target, you can do
So
lock on.
what about, okay, all right, how about lock on? Let's do that. Yeah, lock on.
All right, so spend a resolve point. So now You're locking onto one enemy vessel, and you get gunnery checks get a +2
Okay.
against number 11. So you double click your bottom, the bottom where it says current on your main page.
Me?
Yes,
Current. Yeah. Okay.
double
I'll
click
click
it.
there first, and then
Main page.
got it.
There you go. Perfect.
I pressed
Now
the
she's
resolve
using a
button. It
resolve.
didn't do it. It didn't do it.
All right. So
All right. Whatever.
it is now gunnery phase. So let me go ahead and target him for you. This is 11, so he also needs to be targeting you guys. Go. All right, so the firing of your weapon is a tiny bit tricky, but once you do it once, it shouldn't be an issue. Um, who is this? This is him. All right, so for example, so you guys need to determine who's shooting what. If you look down the bottom on your weapons, you can do the turret, the
Wow.
light plasma cannon, which is on the forward arc.
Mm-hmm.
You can also do what was the other one? Fire at will. So you can do fire at one of you can do a fire at will. Hey Joker, how you doing? Um, so
I
you can
thought it
also do
said
fire.
fire at will or broadside.
Right, broadside doesn't do you any good. Um,
We're not
What the
supposed to
dog
use
doing?
broadside. Oh,
broadside
okay.
just allows you to fire all weapons in one arc. So you could do, since you only have one weapon in each arc, you could do the turret and the one facing you, both of them at the same time, which would be good if you only had one gunner. But
Okay.
you don't need that.
Right.
Um, you can do fire at will, allows you to shoot any two starship weapons regardless of their arc. So you can shoot any of the two weapons that you want at this guy.
Nice.
It normally is a -4 penalty, but because of what he did, there is no penalty.
What was the thing called? What was the name of it
Fire at
again?
will.
Fire at will. Okay.
So if you wanted to combine the two, then one of you could do the broadside with the penalty like normal, and so that means you could shoot the turret and a forward-facing weapon, and then the other one could fire two other weapons without a penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
I
yeah.
get that. I just
No.
don't want to take the penalty for using broadside. If we've already got two weapons being fired on the fire at will, then one of us can just fire a standard weapon from the forward arc, like the light plasma
Yep, or the
cannon.
turret. Correct.
Isn't there like a cooldown for the weapons though? So if we do that, there's only two weapons have the arc to hit the dude. So the other person would be shooting at the big ol' ship that we're trying to land on, right?
No, if you hover over the question mark next to fire at will, you'll see you can fire any two starship weapons regardless of their arc.
Oh, so that okay. I thought that meant like you can pick something that's facing both forward and aft in their respective directions. But that means that you can face any weapon any direction?
Correct.
Cool.
Okay. I didn't understand that. Okay.
So Again, if you so since Nosy doesn't, Zarel doesn't want to take the penalty, what weapon are you shooting? You have the
I was
turret or the front?
turret or the front? Front. Isn't that the
The
light
front is
plasma
the light
cannon?
plasma. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. hmm
that's the one
Okay.
I'm shooting.
So click the little button next to it.
Did that?
You want to So you are aiming at their forward arc. So click where it says firing arc. Click that until it says
Forward.
forward.
Got it.
Now up on top, click on shoot,
On top, click on
the little attack button
shoot.
next to shoot.
Uh, and does she also have the +2 because of their what Reno did?
Yes.
How do I do a +2?
Bottom left.
Click on
Put
the
a 2
modifier
in the
box
modifier
and put
box.
2.
Thank you. That was a brain fart. Okay.
Oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
What's your roll? Can't see it.
A
That
1.
one.
Oh no.
All right, so that's a miss.
Ya
No, it
think?
isn't. I'll use the
So
resolve point.
Dendron, what would you like to do?
Uh, so Dendron will do the fire at will then, and then I should put a +4 in the modifier because it normally has a -4,
You would put a +6
+6. Oh,
because of
the
what?
+2 applies to both of us.
hmm
Okay.
Any gun interaction, and then
Uh,
start off with 1. So your turret is still the most powerful.
okay. And I don't need to target or anything. I just
You still need to click the little button to the left of
yeah,
it
I have the button
and
and the
firing
firing arc
arc.
is
Yep.
forward.
And then click fire at will.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
All right. Well, it wasn't a 1.
Oh
Just
dear
about
God.
though.
Now do
Shit.
the same thing with whatever other weapon you want that hasn't been
Okay.
used already, except for
So
the flak thrower
the
because that doesn't have the range.
okay. Uh, which one is better than the light plasma cannon or the light teleportation beam?
Teleportation beam moves the ship
Oh,
in addition to doing 1d20. The light plasma cannon does 2d12.
okay. So plasma cannon has more reliable damage. So probably gonna do that. And I just changed the firing arc to forward.
hmm Okay, again, firing arc is where you're aiming, not where your gun is.
Okay.
But that's not always the
Um.
case, though.
That is always the case. The firing arc is where you are aiming on their ship.
Okay. Finally.
All
Okay.
right, so 14 is on the dice is a hit. So now just double click the damage.
This is sad damage, guys. But you know,
9. That's not
one
bad.
of our
That's
3
not bad at all.
attacks hit. So
All right, so I'm actually going to shift
Well, still,
a little bit. So close this. So you guys can see a little bit. I'm going to change my scale again. Scale UI. We'll make it 100.
that's large.
Now, there we go. All right, so you can see here for the DM now. Uh, so you shot number 11. You see it says damage, and the damaged arc is forward. And I click apply. So it then shows me if I click on their defense. that their forward shields have taken a hit.
Glad one of us was able to do something.
For sure.
All
All right,
3 attacks.
they are firing back.
the bastards.
I don't
Yeah.
know why.
This happens at the same time, for the record.
We're
So
all firing at the same time, yeah.
if one of you explodes or has different things that happen, critical effects that happen and things, um, they
We
don't
may have
happen
to go
until
back in time.
after the thing.
So you're gonna say we have to go back in time.
Hold on just a second. I'm looking to see. Okay, there it is. Good. All right, so they rolled a 17, which is a hit.
Yeah.
So now I come up to, or down to, Rico Nash. So it says here, damaged, and then you ask me for the arc. They are hitting the front arc. So now I will pull up the defense for the Rico Nash and apply.
I'll show us pictures.
So they are down to 14. So you have, your ship is different than the other ship in that
Okay.
you have, so if you've watched Star Trek or Star Wars, Star Wars doesn't really have shields, but they have this bubble around them, and once you pierce through that bubble, then you start damaging the hull,
Right.
and that's how the Crypt Warden's shields work. So you have not hit them yet. You just whittled away at their shields on the front.
Right.
Your shields are different. Have deflector shields, so you deflect some of the damage, but you did 9 points of damage to their shields. They only did 1 point of damage to your shield. You blocked 15 points of it, and 9 of it went through the shield because your shield is, you deflect 15 points away. You
Mm-hmm.
then took 9 points to your armor. They don't have armor, they just have a hull. So you are down to 26 points of armor on your front shields. On your front. Your shields went down from 15 to 14. Every time your shield gets hit, it'll go down 1 point
Okay.
because it's a deflector shield. It's not the bubble. Um,
So does that mean that it's flying out the back of us as well and could hit something back there?
where you get hit
If it's been
depends on how you're facing the other ship, yes. So if you guys slowly turn in place, then every time you get hit, it'll it'll be against a full shield. Your science officer can also try to, engineer can also try to repair some of your shields or balance your shields and things.
right.
Um, that's weird. I didn't hear the sound alert for the dog or the wow. I'm not hearing kitten chat sounds.
Hmm.
That's odd. Um, anyway, the
Cat
dog
has
is
their own bubble.
happily asleep right next to the heater as close as he can get. All right, roll setup. So now you guys are engaged with this ship. So decide where you want to go.
We can probably take another hit on the forward shields, right?
Us? Yeah.
can take 14 more hits on your forward shield.
Yeah.
But everyone that surpasses its threshold will then
Yeah, it'll
hit your
hit the
armor.
armor.
All right.
They're kind of assuming that the next hit we get is similar to the one that we just did.
So for those at
That
home,
we
you can
just
see
hit
here
by.
that they changed it to where I can now pick what role I want to be in. For now, I'm going to leave it in the pilot. This guy in the pilot. All right. Moving on then, since nobody's changing. Engineering phase. Serena, did you want to do anything as chief mate?
Chief mate. Let's see.
I think what he did last turn was really helpful. We just kind of
Just
wasted
the
it with the low
targeting
rolls.
Yeah,
targeting
we
aid.
did.
That was the one, right?
Whichever one you did was very
Yeah,
good and
I
helpful.
think it was targeting aid. Okay. And
Yes, targeting aid.
yeah, come on, baby, come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I take a result point as well on
Yes,
this one.
if that's what it says. Yes.
I didn't read it.
So that was Nosy. I don't know how in the world Nosy managed to do that, but make sure
What do you mean?
you're taking away. I don't see in the chat where it says Serena took away a
Oh, well,
resolve
I was
point.
on the Serena page. I don't know why it said no. See,
Okay, so it did take it
so
away on her
I
page.
don't know. Let's see. You mean on
You
the
should
main
be
page?
down
Yeah,
3.
she was 11. Now she's 10.
Okay. No, you should because you did it last turn
But
too, and the turn before. So you're at 8 right now. Okay.
I thought I
And
started with. This is from Serena, right?
yes, you started with 11, as you've used
I
3,
thought I.
1 per turn. You're now at 11, at 8.
Are you sure? Because I thought I started
Yes.
at 12 and I went down to 11 at the first one I did.
No, you
So I
have
should type
11.
in the.
Your max is 11.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Well, whatever Nosy came up, that wasn't incorrect. That was the correct
Nosy
idiots.
has
The wrong
12,
person.
and
Okay,
us only gone down 1.
right. That was
I,
what I was mistaking it as.
I
My
don't even
mistake.
remember Nosy using 1, but okay.
Yep.
All right. Um, Piloting, helm. Helm phase, go
Okay.
ahead and give me initiatives. Let's see. Click.
That included.
Oops,
That
I rolled
includes
twice. Taking the top one, 21. And
science
second one.
officer.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
um,
18, 21, 22. So this one is going to go
So
it's
we're
heavy.
third again.
11.
Yeah, we have a plus 21 even though you rolled in that one. Love that. But we want to be last, don't we?
We want
Yes.
to be last, but we're not last. We're third, I think.
Third out of 3. The other
Oh,
one
Yeah.
moved away.
okay.
There you go.
Actually, all right, so you now have access to and are in their forward and starboard arc if you do not move.
Okay.
Let's move.
I wasn't planning on it. We're trying to get rid of them before we land.
Right. Where's the list of the different uh, actions within the different movements, the next stages, helm, and all that kind of stuff? Where do I find that?
Um, it's a good question.
Phases. The phases. There we go. Where do I find the phases? Anybody?
I
So
don't
I
the
know.
have no idea.
phases are I don't know if they switched over to when I shifted. Give me a minute. I've got to unbury all my hotkeys. I've got lots of windows open.
We still love you.
And I made everything bigger so people can see what I'm doing at home. Um, Alright, so I have area effects, actions in combat, other actions. Yeah, I don't have those. Um, you go to the rulebook, go to reference, go to
Oh, I found rounds and phases. See.
tactical
Oh,
starships,
I
starship
can't even
combat,
share it in chat.
and you go to rounds and phases, open it, and share it. There you go. You may want to put this in a hotkey somewhere.
Exactly. It worked. Yay.
You don't really need this, but if you are bored and want something to read, there you go. You also have crew actions, simply because it is all there on your ship's page. So it's not simpler just to hover over the question marks. Um, and here's this. Again, it is incomplete just because it doesn't have chief mate, magic officer, or one other one. Come on, why isn't it dropping into my hotkey? There we go. All right, so there you go. There's your starship stuff.
And
All right, so it's down to you and the Crypt Warden. It's your move. What are you guys doing?
what are we doing?
We're staying in this position. Not moving anywhere, just staying in this position so we can fire on this ship.
Wait,
All right,
Sven, didn't you say something about where they were moving? Why that was bad? Or am I not remembering well?
you are now, both of you are positioned to where you have access to their starboard side. They can shoot at you with their starboard weapons. You have access to your port side weapons in addition to your forward side, and they can also shoot on your port side if they want to.
So maybe
So it
we
sounds like
should
it's
move to a place where we are only in one arc.
if that's feasible. I mean, how much can you do when you're that tight? Is that a feasibility?
If I spin one, will that do it?
I think just the square that we're in is a bad place to be.
If you turn one, you would, because the way they are exactly on the intersection of a hex. So if you move one, you would be on their starboard side. If you turn one, then they would still. Second here. Weren't you facing down?
Mm,
No,
No.
no.
Okay, you were
we
facing
were
this way.
sitting
Okay,
right there.
no, they're always going because of where they are located. They're going to have access to two of your sides, and you're going to have said it's a good thing
And
because you can fire from both arcs. They can also fire from both of their arcs. They can also fire upon both arcs. You only want to focus on the one that's damaged, so that doesn't matter. They're gonna be
Right,
firing on your forward arc as long as they have access to it because that's already damaged. Same thing with you. You're gonna fire on their forward arc because their shield is already damaged in the front. The
right,
only difference is you can now both ships have access to one extra arc worth of weapons that they can fire. They have a bigger number of crew, so they can be
Yeah, so
firing
they'll
more
probably
weapons
fire
at
a
you.
lot more.
All right.
okay, then let's do this then. I know it puts us out of range a little bit. Do that, and then I'll turn and face them.
All right. So you now are facing their starboard only. So you are out of their forward arc, which means the bigger weapons are no longer trained on you.
Mm.
But we have our bigger weapons trained on them.
So now we go to, oh, no
That
C.
also means
No
that
C,
we
what are you
can't.
doing as science officer during the helm phase?
lock on or target. One of those two, I guess. Right. Help in that respect. It's good for computers.
Guys, do you
What?
uh, do you want him to lock target, which means you have you're aiming at a particular spot and you have crits on 19 or 20, or do you want lock on, which just gives you +2 to hit?
Probably the +2. We have not been rolling great.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, lock on it is. Here we go. Come on, baby. Yeah,
Woo!
nice.
All right,
Dang, they
I think that's
literally
something.
couldn't have failed their check.
that number's wrong. They failed. They did fail their check.
Oh,
All right, so it is the gunnery phase. Figure out what you're going to be shooting and go ahead and do it. Talk to each other. Make sure you're not overlapping. They are in their forward. They are in your forward arc. So you have a turret and a single weapon facing them.
um,
Isn't the light plasma cannon in both places?
there's 2 light plasma cannons. There's one facing port and one facing forward.
So, what should my arc be on the light plasma cannon? Is it port or starboard?
Forward.
No,
No,
Right?
you
the
are
arc
shooting
for their
It'd be
ship.
his
port.
starboard.
Port.
Starboard.
Starboard.
Thank
What?
you.
Oh, oh. Gotcha.
Port is left, starboard is right, correct?
Correct.
Starboard. The star is right.
Port has 4 letters, as does left.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Okay, so
That's how I
I can
remember it.
do the light plasma cannon at the starboard side of their ship.
So you can do the same thing you did last time if you want.
And I get a +2, right?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
you get a +2.
Okay. So then I am going to fire at them and hope I get a better roll than I did last time.
It is a better roll.
Next time I will say a much better roll. Okay.
All right. Dendron, what are you doing?
um. Let's see. I think. Yeah, I think right now we're just trying to focus on just hitting them. So they're going to go ahead and use the turret, and we are hitting their starboard, right? Yeah.
So
So they're
Serena did
just.
her thing, so you still have access to the
Fire at will?
fire at will
Oh,
if you want.
I didn't realize that. In that case, yes, they would be doing that.
Like I said, you can do the same thing you did last time.
Okay. I will change the +2 to a +6. And let's go ahead and do the particle beam first. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. Let's change that to a +6, and let's do the light plasma cannon, the one that is facing port. That one will face starboard right now, or face their starboard. 6 starboard. Go ahead and attack. Okay, one of them hit. The same one as last time, actually. That's gonna be that damage. And that's what they can do, I think. Actually, can they do a minor action as well?
Of
I think it's quick rescan to see the ship's current hull points. Or would that be our ship? They want to figure out how strong the other ship is.
yes, you can do the. Actually, no. The that would not give you that information because it's only the first of those three.
Wait, what do you mean?
If you hover over the action, it does not get shields and stuff is not one of the things that you get from that quick scan. You have to do a full
Quick.
action.
It says quick rescan. You receive one piece of information, such as the ship's current hull points or its current distribution of shield points. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Yeah, I don't know what you're reading.
It says quick rescan. It's a minor action.
Quick rescan. Okay. I was reading visual identification.
Oh,
Um, okay. Um, so what do you want?
so I'm struggling with do they have shields or is it just their
Yes, they have shields.
okay.
Once you get through
Uh
the shield, then you hit the hull.
then they want to find out its current distribution of shield points.
So this would be before you fired. So it would be 21 forward, port and starboard is 25, and aft is 20.
And sorry, and you said aft was 20?
Yes,
Okay.
and he did 12 damage to the starboard. All right. Next is roll setup.
Are we all the same, I guess? Chief Mate Science Officer. Those were
I,
both helpful.
I would
Yeah, I
say
think we're
so.
pretty good.
So did you want to? So Serena, you're a good gunner as well. Um, you can also switch to. You can have multiple science officers. You can have an engineer. So if you wanted to, you know, do a boost, do a um, lock on. If you want, the engineer can do things like um, overpower, which gives you a bonus.
Ability
You
to
can do things like divert, which gives things a boost.
overpowering my own teammate.
You can
So
also be a
overpower is
captain and encourage people.
Oh,
overpower is basically you spend a resolve point and then do divert 3 times.
yeah, no, that's not necessary, I don't think, right? We're all in agreement.
We're in
Oh,
agreement.
I did not mean to do that. I meant to click the question mark.
Okay, so what are we doing? Let me know.
All I'm saying is Serena's going through a bunch of her resolve, and it's still early in the day. So
Mm.
Oh, I
you
see.
may want to switch to captain or engineer or gunner or science officer.
All right, should I go to Gunner or uh, the other one? Science Officer, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? Should I switch to Gunner
Um,
or not? I'm supposed to be good
So
at it
divert
at
gives you a
internet.
+2 to your.
mhm.
You can also try to restore your shields.
Okay, that's for engineer, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So engineer's a
Each
good
if
Okay,
you do it,
so
if you divert to the weapons, then any one you roll is treated as a 2 instead.
okay, that
in
sounds
terms
cool.
of damage, not
Yeah.
in the dice roll.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. You guys agree? Engineer for
Yeah.
Serena. All
Yeah.
right.
And she has
Sweet.
14 in engineering, so that's good.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. So we don't need we don't need divert or hold it together. Patch. No. Overpower. Looks like the one I can do for Serena. I'm assuming this is the turn for engineers, or am I just picking what I want?
You would
I
want
forget.
divert,
Okay.
and then it's just a matter of do you want to do it for the pilot to give her a +2 speed, or do you want to do it for the guns so that they roll a 1, they get a 2 instead for damage?
I think that we should go with the guns.
Okay, roll for
So
divert.
do I just roll and that's it? Go.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe let's do it. Oh, that's low.
Oh,
Oh no. Can I use an inspiration point? Try
you
again.
don't.
I
I'm like,
know.
I don't think I
I
can
know.
Starfinder, but if you have it,
I do actually. All right. What's
All right, and now we're
minor
going to
actions?
helm. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Everybody.
no, just
And
the pilot.
no C, roll your whatever you're doing.
Let's see. He's doing.
All right, roll initiative again.
Me?
Yes,
Okay. Why am I doing it again?
Just be tied.
because you tied, and I didn't want to look up the rule to see who goes first.
It says
Okay.
that the person with the lower
Dragon it.
piloting goes first. Because I just read it. But
Now, see,
like,
go ahead and
it
do whatever you're doing.
works out the same way.
Which is, what do you mean?
Whatever
On
you're
the
doing.
actions page?
You're the science officer, so do whatever you're
Yes.
doing as a science officer.
We haven't discussed it yet.
Okay, what are your
Still haven't
options?
something? We're going for target, right? That's what we decided last time.
If that's what you want to do. Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. Ah, yes.
And that's
Right
the
here.
one that gives a +2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Double check though. I don't know. It's crew actions. Yeah, that's what Sven said. So we're going with it.
All right, they are done moving. Right now, you are in their forward and starboard arcs.
Ah,
Bastards.
I don't love that.
So, Israel, go ahead and move, or turn, or whatever you're doing. We
Why
cannot.
isn't
There we go. Now I can hear you.
does
You're
that
gonna
put
be
us
point
that puts
blank.
us in our forward? Puts them yeah,
Forward and starboard. Like I said,
forward
once
and
again, they're
starboard.
splitting the hex. So
Yeah.
no matter where you face, you're going to be in two arcs, and they are in two arcs, unless you move.
Oh, what is that maneuver? Um, there is that one where I can just like slide a space sideways, right?
You are not a pilot, so no, you can't do that.
But
Um,
as the pilot, could you do
I
that?
am a pilot. I thought somebody else was stepping in as gunner.
Oh, did you change to pilot?
Is that not accurate?
It is
I don't
and
know
not.
what Reno was talking about. I'm gonna be honest
What do
here.
you mean?
I
I didn't
just
talk
want to
about
know,
anything.
did somebody else step in as a
No,
second gunner?
no.
No. Then,
Because Serena went to engineer,
okay.
and science officer stayed the same as Nosy.
All right. So
So,
then
but
I'm just
I'm
going to
sorry if you
turn and
weren't here.
face this
My
way.
apologies.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to the gunnery phase. So you do not have access to the full attack. You're facing the left. I mean the starboard side, so you can use the starboard gun. But there are also two guns to the front. So if you just want to concentrate on the turret and the gun to the front, those are the powerful guns anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So forward it is.
You get a +2.
+2.
But they, on the other hand, you are in their front arc.
Where's the? Which one would be the turret? Oh, the particle beam is the turret. Okay.
Who's shooting first, or we're just shooting at the same time?
You
86.
shoot at
Holy
the same
crap.
Everybody
time.
shoots at the same time. I
Oh,
am
I
letting
didn't
Zarel
select
go
my weapon.
first
I'm like,
between the
it
two
would
of
be
us, so
helpful if
I
I
know what you're
selected a
doing.
weapon. There we go.
No idea what you guys just said.
Hallelujah.
Woo! You
Finally.
hit!
Dear
Woo!
Jesus.
Nice.
And if you roll a 1 on your damage, it's a 2. If I remember right. Nice.
Very nice.
So were you shooting their forward or their starboard?
Forward.
Okay.
Their starboard is more damaged.
Go ahead.
He said that the former.
Um, Dendron,
Or
go.
is it not? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Uh, Dendron is going to go ahead and sorry, they are in both the they're in
Forward and
the
starboard.
forward and starboard. Um, okay, can I do the broadside attack then? Uh, and use the actually, how does the teleportation beam work? Because I don't know. We haven't used it yet.
Does it work?
Yeah, how does it work? What does it do?
I don't know.
I
That,
think it teleports us to another.
No, it teleports
Place.
them.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
I'm not seeing any definitions for these things. Anyway, so what's our plans, people?
We're
I
looking up
asked
the
a question.
teleportation beam. Hold on.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, just in general, since we're sitting here doing nothing, there's no music in the background. What's our plan of action?
All right, so it's a light teleportation beam. After hitting an enemy, the gunner chooses whether to deal damage as well as how to teleport the targeted ship. The gunner can move the targeted starship a distance in hexes. Um, Yours is one, so you can teleport one. Move the target one hex.
One hex.
The starship appears facing in a new hex facing the same direction as it was when it hit. You cannot be more than no more than 5 hexes apart. You can also, oh no, let me start again. When you hit, you can move them one space. Or if you are no more than 5 hexes apart, you can swap places.
Oh.
And all this occurs at the end of the gunnery phase after resolving everything else.
Are there obvious advantages to doing that in terms of competitive
And you're
techniques and
also
stuff?
limited to the size of the ship that you can teleport.
Okay. Are they
Stands to
the right size of ship?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I think Dendron is going to go ahead and do broadside and use a resolve point to do both the particle beam and the light teleportation beam.
Okay. And so you
mhm.
would have
Would have
a
a -2 and a
-2,
+2, so it should cancel
but you
out.
still have to. So just do a normal shoot instead of broadside.
Okay. Uh, and they will go ahead and target the starboard side because that's I think that's uh so here's the particle beam. Let me not have a modifier. And that one should be a 2, if I remember correctly.
Okay, roll for the teleportation beam.
Nice. Nice. Very nice indeed.
And I roll the 1d20 of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then what are you doing for the teleport?
Let's put them let's put them in the hex that is at 11 o'clock to them, so
All
that
right.
we're out of their forward facing weapons.
Sweet. They will be confused for a moment.
And that also, doing that did take a resolve point. But I don't know what's going on with my stuff because my max should be 13 and I haven't used any, and it is currently at 11. So I don't know what's going on there.
So double click underneath,
Yeah,
and it'll use one.
yeah, but
Let's
it
see.
should be at 13 because I have a feat that adds 2 to my resolve, and it was at 11, which is the base max without the 2 modifier. I just don't have anything else that would have used it, so I don't know why it was at that number.
All right. So double checking. The last round, with everything going on, um, was the round that they missed you twice. So they have not shot at you this round yet.
Oof.
Oh, um, go back to pilot, please, Zarel. Thank you. It did not like that. Okay. Let me go to your. Yes, so your armor class is 26, not 19. The 29 does still hit. And its last, they are attacking with this. Oof, 18
Oof.
is going to be a
Yeah,
hit.
that'll hit.
All right, so first of all, the
Please come
gyro
on.
laser does damage to their. Oh, this is you. They are hitting your forward arc. Boom, and forward arc. Boom.
Uh, our forward arc is not doing too well. Our armor is at 3, so
Ah,
All right, so the light plasma cannon was to their forward arc. And then this is to their starboard and to their starboard. They are appreciative that you divided up your shots, made it nice for them.
So on the starboard side, we are through their shields and hitting their hull.
Oh, nice.
All right. Switch roles. Is everybody where they want to be? Zarel, you going to stay as pilot or are you switching to gunner? Roberta?
Sorry, I forgot I had myself muted to die.
Nope.
I will do what I've been doing. I stay at pilot for the piloting tech, switch over to gunner.
Okay. So don't forget, if somebody ever does want to jump into science officer, you can scan them to get to the point details of their hull and shields because they can and will be trying to fix stuff.
Yeah.
I can change. I'm an
Gendron's going
engineer.
to tell Zerael, make sure we don't have our forward facing them. We can't take another hit like that.
Okay.
I just need to check something real quick. Here it is. So their computer system is that.
So right now, Nosi is the science officer.
That's what the role you have is? Yes.
No, I thought Sam
Okay.
was talking about that we didn't have any. We do have one.
Oh, yeah.
The question is, should I stay on engineer for
All
Serena
right.
or go to gunner or science officer?
So
I
Serena, go
think
ahead
we
and do
have
your
enough
engineer.
gunners right now.
Okay, so we're all good then. Engineer is divert again.
Engineer is divert. If you wanted to do that, you might be able to mess with our shields or something and try to fix it because we got hit bad. I
I have a
don't
quick
know.
fix. I have quick fix, but I don't know if that's gonna.
Let's see what
You
that
want
does.
One
divert
moment,
in order
please.
to fix the shields.
Okay, let's do it then. That seems to be unanimous. Come on, baby. There we go.
Woo.
Alrighty then. So is there something else that gets rolled?
All right, so 5% of that is that.
Mm.
All right, so you've fully repaired your shields. You're back to 15.
Nice.
But our hull is still very damaged.
No, your hull has been touched.
I thought or not the hull, the what is it? The
Armor.
ablative
Plating.
armor. That's it.
All right, helm phase.
Helm phase should be science officer.
Nice.
I like that number.
All right, so They are going to go first. Scrambling. He's going to do. Here it is. He failed, so he goes half his speed. 1, 2, 3. Let me see what happens when he fails. Besides being shot by the captain. Here it is, flip and burn. If you fail, your starship moves forward half its speed but doesn't rotate. Okay. Alright, so they are done moving.
All right.
So it's your turn to move. Right now, you are in their, they are in your starboard side. You are still within range of your flak cannon.
Which way are they facing?
They are facing away from you toward the ship. 11 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Okay.
They tried to do a flip and burn and failed.
They failed. And we don't want our forward arc facing them.
Yeah.
You okay?
Somebody told me our forward arc was severely damaged right now.
Correct. So what are you doing? Where are you moving?
Facing a different direction.
Like it can face them while we're moving, just as long as it doesn't end facing them would be preferable.
Right, exactly. Our aft shields are still pretty good, right?
And then turn one to the right.
Where are the shields again? Damn it.
So if you are saying, since you are not the pilot, all you can do is glide. Do the glide action.
I need a minute.
No worries, Les. Glide maneuver. That's cool. So we can turn as we're moving if we go at a slower speed.
So please take me back to where I was.
Back in time.
So you can sit and spin, stay where you are, or
I'm going to spin that way so that our backside is to them, and that's where I will stay.
okay. Yep, your aft is facing them. And Nosy, science officer, what are you doing?
I'm doing the scan them bastards. Computer scan. It's learn about information. Doesn't say what kind of information you can get, but
So just roll
should
a
be able to find
scan,
out with the shielding stuff. Yeah, let's try that. Here we go.
and it's based on how well you do.
Not too bad.
Nice.
Not too bad.
10
So you
over
have the
the
flak
DC.
thrower in your back,
Right.
and your turret. So it's the only two weapons you can use if you don't do something special.
Okay.
All right,
We
so
have
you got a
nothing special to do.
31.
And I know everything.
So you would actually have a 33. So that is scan. So 10 is 31. So you have 2. So you would know armor class, total and current hull points, total and current shield points in each quadrant. Yep, so that's all you needed was 10 more than what it gets to get that information. So right now you know that they are 7 forward, 25 to the port, 10 to the starboard, and 20 to the aft. Their hull points are
So you should probably write that down.
I
170.
typed it in chat.
They have
Yes, type in
170. They have taken 30 points of damage. So every time you do 50, I want to say 50 points of damage, it hits a critical threshold.
So we need to do 20 more to hit a
Damage. Critical
threshold.
damage. Here it is. No, it's divided by 5. So it would be 40. So every time you do 40 points of damage, they would something breaks on their ship. And right now you've done 30. So if you do 10 more points of damage
2
to
more.
their hull, something will break on their ship.
Oh, let's hope.
Okay. Gunner. So you have 2 weapons that you can fire without changing anything. One thing we have not been doing, I did it for Nosi's scan just now. You have 3 plus 2s you can use every turn from the ship. So both of you
Oh,
can, and when you attack, add plus 2 to your roll.
In addition to the +2 that we've already got.
You don't have
I
any other
don't think
plus
we have
2s
it
this
this
time
turn.
because
Okay,
they were
It's
repairing the
next turn.
shields and scanning this turn.
gotcha. All right. So the light plasma cannon I can still use off the backside, correct?
Is that the turret?
No, that
No,
is,
the
it's
turret
on
is what we can
port
use, I
and
believe.
forward.
So the turret and the flak are the 2 you can shoot from the back.
Okay, great. You want to tell me what weapons those are? Because they don't say
Particle beam.
turret or flak on here.
There is
It
flak
says light
Particle
thrower,
plasma cannon, and it
When you look at
says
the
particle beam.
arrows, where it says arc, there are arrows up, down, left, right, and one has a circle. The one with the circle is the turret. You can also put your cursor over it, and it will show you what it.
the one with the circle. What the?
It just says particle beam. It does not say turret.
Okay,
That's
Yeah,
all
I
so
it
don't.
says. It does not have particle beam in the
when you
word.
have the
So
gunner actions open, on the very bottom, it says particle beam. Next to it is in blue is a circle. The light teleportation beam has an arrow pointing right. It says starboard arc if you put the cursor over it.
Okay. So when I ask what weapon, I don't give a crap about the arrows and everything. I just wanted the name. So it's the particle
Okay,
beam.
I just
yes,
didn't
it's
And the
have it
flak
particle
open,
thrower.
Thank
so I
you.
had to pull up your character sheet, go to your ship's
Awesome.
page, and look at it to answer the question. I wasn't able.
I
I don't
answered
have
the
it off the top
question
of my
though.
head.
It does not say anything about a turret
So
except for
right now, the 2 options are the flak thrower and the particle beam.
What does that say?
particle
No attack
beam.
arc selected. Oh yeah. What am I firing at for them?
Starboard.
Yeah, starboard.
Thank you.
Hit. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you. Whoop whoop.
And then when you're finished, go back to pilot so you can add your armor class to yourselves. Dendron, do yours.
Uh, yeah, they're just gonna do the regular shooting with the flak thrower. That's going to target their starboard arc. And let's just shoot. Well, oh shit,
Oh, the
I
miss.
didn't add the +2. I meant to.
So
So that
21
would
is
have
that,
been a
that
21. I
hit.
don't know if that would have hit.
Let's see. What you got there? What you got?
Oh, that's I have it wrong, but no wonder. Gunner. It's even worse. All right, so you get planked by a gyro laser, and
Would a 21 have hit them?
yes.
Okay. I meant to use the +2 and then I didn't. So that also hits them.
Indeed, it does.
All right, so first of all, you guys don't take any damage, but your shield does get hurt. By 1. And they get blasted first of all with the particle beam.
Woo!
So you have no way of knowing this, but because I allow DM stuff in the chat, you guys
Right,
now see that the power core is now glitching
right.
and
Love that.
take more damage to their starboard. All right, and that is it for tonight as we finish up this round. Going back to roll setup. So you were able to evade
Roll.
3 out of the 4 ships, um, and are handling this one pretty well. We will be back next week with Dawn of Flame. So thank you guys for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I like Starship Combat a lot once you get into the flow of things and know what you're going to be doing each time and where to look for it. It becomes pretty quick. Um, and so uh, we will pick up here next week as you finish off this ship and then get on, 2 weeks, and get on to the mothership. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night, guys. Thank you. This is Fan.